Pay close attention to this video. A woman was cutting a girl's hair and, meanwhile, she asked the woman not to do that. She then asks the woman not to do that with her hair, because she liked them very much. The woman then says that she didn't care about that, because she wasn't her daughter and that she wouldn't have hair prettier than hers. The girl then tells her not to do that and says that her friends would end up making fun of her because of her hair, but the woman says she doesn't care about that and says that she wouldn't get hair prettier than hers. The girl then asks the woman why she hates her so much. The woman then tells the girl that she was only interfering with her and her father's life. The girl then said that she would tell her father everything about what the woman was doing to her, but the woman says that if she told her father anything, she would do something very bad to the girl. Meanwhile, the man was watching everything and he wonders why the woman is doing that to the girl. The woman then walks away and says that if the girl went after her, she would get hurt. The man is sad about that situation, and then he says he would go to the girl to see what had happened. Later the woman was at her house and then she starts saying that she had solved one of the problems she had. She says that now she had to think of some way to get the girl out of her life. She said she didn't understand how the girl could think she was so important in that way. She said that the girl was mistaken in thinking that she was the most important person in her father's life, as she was the most important person to the girl's father. She said that nothing was going to stop her from becoming the most important person to the girl's father and that she would do whatever it took for her to take that position. She then said that if she didn't take care of that house, everything would go very wrong for them, because she was the one who kept everything right. At that moment, the man goes to the girl and asks what happened to her. She then said that her stepmother had cut her hair because she was jealous of her. The man then tells her that she should tell her father, but she said that she couldn't because her stepmother would do something worse. The man then tells the girl to be calm, because he would solve that situation for her. She then tells him to be careful with that. She was afraid of what her stepmother might do, but he says that she didn't need to worry, because he would be careful and that he would solve that situation for her. Some time goes by. A woman was saying to her son that she was glad he built that house. He then says that, after a lot of work, he was finally able to build his own house. The woman then says that she was very happy for her son as she always knew he would get whatever he wanted. The man then says that he had a surprise to talk to his mother about, and then she asks what the surprise was. He says he had finally got a partner so he could build his own company. This makes the woman very excited and then she tells her son that she was very happy for him. The man then says that he was very excited about everything that was happening to him and says that soon everything would work out for him. The woman then says that her son should be very careful with the partnerships he made. She then tells the man that he should keep the environment very pleasant, because in the business he worked in, that was very important. The man then says that she didn't need to worry about that, as they were very good friends, and that he was sure that his partner would not do anything wrong. The woman then says that she had another concern and that she was her son's wife. He then asked what his mother was worried about, and she said she was very worried about his wife being an older woman. Then, she says that he had chosen his wife precisely because she was an older woman. He says that he had chosen her because she would help him take care of his daughter when he went to work. He said he knew she wouldn't leave him when he went to work, because if she had been a younger woman he was sure she would have left him the first chance she got. The woman then said that as much as her son believed that, she wasn't quite sure that he was right. The man then says that she could be unconcerned about that, as he knew that the woman would not do them any harm. He then says that he needed to leave as he was late for some appointments, and then says that later he would talk to his mother again. He says goodbye to his mother, then leaves. Later, the man was in his office talking to his mother, and he said that she had already told him that. At that moment, a person knocks on the man's door, and then he tells his mother that he would call her again later, as she was busy at that time. At that moment, the man's wife and daughter enter his office and he greets them. The man then says that his daughter's hair was all messed up and then tells her to come to him so he can fix it. He then starts to notice that his daughter's hair was all cut, and so he asks the girl if she had cut her hair herself. The woman then said that she should have been close to the girl to stop it, but that when he saw it, it was too late and she had already cut her hair. The girl then apologizes to her father and says that she didn't mean to do that. The man then says that he paid a lot of money every week so that she could take care of her hair, but that she had really let him down by doing that. The girl then apologizes to her father, says she would never do that again. He then says that he was going to have to take drastic measures with that and says that she was grounded and that he would no longer pay her to take care of her hair. The woman then says that the man knew that she was against punishing the children, but that this time the girl had gone too far and that she deserved to be taught a lesson. The man then says he was decided and tells his daughter to go to her room. The woman told the man that he knew that if she had seen the girl doing that, she would have scolded her, but that when she arrived, the girl had already cut her hair. The man then says that he was very sad about that, because he paid a lot for the girl to take care of her hair, but that she had done that. He then said that he hoped his daughter would learn a lesson from it all. He then says that his daughter was very strange and that last week she had her skin burned. The woman then says that the man shouldn't treat his daughter that way, because he was treating her very badly. She then says that if she had seen the girl doing that, she would have scolded her, but that when it all happened, she wasn't around. The man then says that he should treat his daughter differently, because he was being very good to her. The man then says that he didn't want to think about it at that moment, because he needed to go to her company. He says they needed his permission to proceed with construction. He then says he was on his way and says goodbye to his wife. The woman then says that soon the man would arrange an orphanage for his daughter. Later, the man was walking down the street when the other man came to meet him. He then asks if the man could talk to him for a moment. The man then says yes and asks what the other man wanted to talk about. He then says he wanted to know how the girl was doing and about her new haircut. The man then says that he was very sorry for what his daughter had done to his hair. He said the worst part was that he paid a lot of money for her to take care of her hair. The other man then says that it was normal if it was the girl who did it, but it wasn't her. Another man then proceeds to say that when he was returning home earlier, he happened to see the man's wife cutting the girl's hair. The man is surprised by that and asks if he was really sure about that, because that was a very serious accusation. The other man then says that he was sure of it, for he had seen it with his own eyes. He says that he had seen everything that was going on and so, after all, he went to the girl. He tells the man that the girl was afraid to tell her father what had happened, as his wife had said that something bad would happen if she did. The man then says that he was very angry about it and that he was going to confront his wife. The man then goes to his house and ends up finding his daughter sitting on the floor. He then asks what she was doing there, why she was sad. The girl then asks what her dad was doing at home, and then he says he needed to talk to her. He says he wanted his daughter to tell him the truth and asks who cut her hair. She says that she was afraid to tell her father the truth and he would fight her, but he says that she needed to trust him and that he needed her to tell the truth. The girl then says that the truth was that her stepmother had cut her hair. The man then gets sad about it and says he didn't believe she had the courage to do that. He then tells his daughter that he would sort it out with her stepmother and that she could rest assured, because everything would work out. The man then goes to the woman and asks what she had done with her daughter's hair. The woman is surprised by that and asks what he was talking about. He then says that his daughter had just said that she had cut her hair, but she said that was a lie and that she would be unable to do that. He then says that he was sure that she had done that, as a neighbor of theirs had also said that she had done that. The woman then tells the man that she had just tried to fix his daughter's hair, but that in the end, it didn't work out and that was the result. The man then asks the woman about the hot water she had thrown on her daughter, but she says it was an accident. The man then says he couldn't believe she was still trying to lie to him. He then says he didn't want her to stay at his house anymore. She then asks where she would go, but he says he didn't care where she went. He said he just wanted her to leave his house. She then tries to talk to the man, but he yells at her telling her to leave. The man then says that he should have listened to his mother, because even though he was so sure he could trust the woman, he was wrong.